Hey guys, of course if you see my other videos, you know I just got the Umnumzaan, and I don't really do knife reviews. I don't really like them. I mean, I like them. I like watching other people's knife reviews, but I don't like doing it myself. Uh, I think going over a knife and its specifications and all that crap and just showing it is kind of pointless. Tell me about how it's good in use or what's bad about it in use, or just tell me what you like about it. I don't care. Just not specs and knife porn. I think that's kind of pointless. So I like to give like practical use and opinions. And if I just got a knife like this, then I like to do like impression videos and just tell you what I like about it off the bat, or right off the bat, and that's what I'll do here. It is an Umnumzaan. I think I'll just go ahead and give you a size comparison since a lot of people like those. It's a large micarta, and here is a Kershaw tilt. So the Umnumzaan is a pretty big knife. I'll try and line up the Sebenza. I think that's pretty much directly in line right there. I think it's just a tad longer than the Sebenza. So, pretty big knife, honestly. It's no small knife, but it carries really nice, so it doesn't feel that big. I'm going to go ahead and move these out of the way. One thing I do like about it is the fact that it feels like there's more blade in the handle than the handle will allow, if that makes sense. It seems as though the blade is longer than the handle. I know that's false, but it just feels that way. And that's nice. I like that handle to blade ratio. A lot of folders to me seem like the handle is huge and the blade is tiny, and it absolutely bugs the hell out of me. So this is really nice for me because this is like pretty much the exact handle to blade ratio that I like. So that's good. Sorry I haven't mentioned it yet. I forgot to tell you. I'm just shooting on top of my laptop in here. I don't feel like walking upstairs to do this, so if this bugs y'all, then just let me know, and I'll go back to the regular old Chris Reeve blue towel. I think the newer Sebenzas, the newer Umnumzaans are the only ones that come with this little lock bar lip right here, and it serves its purpose. I don't think it gets in the way at all. And it does really help get your thumb in there to unlock it. I can imagine that if it wasn't there, it could be difficult. I don't think it would necessarily be difficult for me, but I could see how some people would not like it unless it had that lip there. So that's one of their quality improvements. I'm pretty sure the new ones. This is a new one. It was born early September of this year, but the newer ones, as in being made right now, are going to have a lock bar stabilizer here. I'm not positive on that. I know that the StarTac Umnumzaans are coming with a stabilizer here, and I'm pretty sure I've heard rumors that all of them will have that from now on. So I'm glad I got one before that, even if future purchases will force me to have that disc. I'm glad I got this one without it. I did take the lanyard out. For me, it doesn't do anything. I'm not a lanyard guy. The pivot, I like the pivot. It's really strong, but some people may see this as a downside. It doesn't have a pivot bushing, so unlike the Sebenza's pivot, you can't do maintenance on it yourself unless you buy their special Delrin tool. And some people won't like the fact that you can over tighten this pivot. It's not like a Sebenza where you can crank it down as hard as you want it to go, and it feels the same. This one you need to tension just the way you like it and set it with Loctite. So just be aware of that if you're going to buy this knife. The pocket clip is exactly the same as the Sebenza's, and I guess I'll just do a macro shot of that. Why not? I like these pocket clips. I thought that this little hump in here I know that's ugly. I need to cover that up with a Band-Aid. I always thought this little hump in here was kind of ugly, but it really does help. The seam of your pocket will kind of catch right in here, and it will just hang on to it. And it has really high retention without being difficult to draw from your pocket. So far this is probably my favorite pocket clip on any knife. I'm not taking into account how low it rides. I'm just talking purely on style and retention. So this is probably my favorite. I'll go ahead and do a couple macro shots of the whole knife. It does have this false edge up here, which I like. It's not sharp enough to cut you, but it would do some work if you needed to. It'd be an excellent scraper. It does allow the knife to pierce really well, so if you needed to stab something, I guess you could. These O-rings here are not just plain rubber, they're polyurethane. They're extremely strong. They will, however, wear out in time. You'll just have to replace it. I'm pretty sure CRK will just send you some. But what they do is, if you open the knife slowly, well, that was too fast. There it goes. It allows for a nearly silent opening and also closing. So I'm going to give you some macro of the knife closed, and then I'll zoom back out. I really like this texturing. I thought it was kind of hokey at first, but I really do like it. The pivot's nice and shiny. It's just an overall good looking knife. So go ahead and zoom back out. Sorry for the shake. I have to manipulate this camera with my hands. So I don't know what else I could say about this knife, honestly. The jimping is one thing I really like about this knife. It seems like it would be kind of pointless because it is very, very coarse and very rounded. But in actual use, and I have very limited use with this, if you're not digging into it, then in a situation where you don't really need jimping, it doesn't feel like there's jimping there. It just kind of feels like you have a nice solid place to put your thumb. But if you really need to grip it and put some pressure on it, then they are coarse enough that your thumb really grips it and it's not uncomfortable. So this is probably some of my favorite jimping I've ever felt on a knife also. And I guess I should go ahead and get some macro shots on that. See, as you can see, the lands and the grooves are really big, so it's very unique and it feels really good to your fingers. It's something you would really just have to feel. But I do like these little cutouts in the blade. This is a really nice place to put your thumb if you need to really bear down. You can choke all the way up here if you want, although it's not comfortable for me. But overall, I really do like this knife. I still haven't decided if I like the Sebenza or this more, but I'm not sure I actually feel the need to choose a favorite. So they may just both be my favorites. I don't know. But if any of you are on the fence about this knife, I say go ahead and get it because it is an excellent knife. And I'm pretty sure in most cases it's a little bit cheaper than a Sebenza. This Sebenza was $485, I think, and this was $400. So not a bad deal, especially for how tough of a knife it is. One other thing, it does only have one screw for takedown, so you have the pivot and this one screw, and that's it. So that's kind of nice. I think that pretty much wraps it up. Thanks for watching, guys, and drop me a comment if I forgot about something that's really important, and I'll annotate it in. It is S35VN. I forgot to say that. It's the newer blade steel. So I'm almost positive that's it, but if it's not, someone will let me know. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.